Why do the calmest people in the room always seem to win every conflict without raising their voice? Why does silence unsettle people more than any argument ever could? Why do you feel powerless the moment you start explaining yourself to someone who clearly doesn't deserve the explanation? You already sense the answer. You simply haven't named it yet. Nearly 2,000 years ago, Marcus Aurelius commanded armies across hostile borders while governing an empire full of rivals waiting for him to make one wrong move. He understood something most people never learn, that in any real conflict, the first person to speak is usually the first person to lose ground. He did not survive decades of political and military war by being the loudest voice in the room. He survived by mastering the most underestimated weapon a person can hold. Stay for the fourth reason. It is the one that feels like weakness in the moment and turns out to be the most powerful move of all. The first reason: silence denies your opponent the information they're hunting for. Every conflict, big or small, runs on information. When someone provokes you, they are not just attacking. They are testing, watching your reaction to learn what hurts, what controls you, what makes you predictable. The moment you respond emotionally, you hand them the blueprint to your own weaknesses. Marcus Aurelius called this the discipline of the inner citadel, protecting your mind as fiercely as a fortress protects its walls. This is not coldness. This is refusing to arm someone who is aiming at you. The second reason explanation looks like respect, but it usually functions as begging. When you over-explain yourself to someone who has already decided to misunderstand you, you are not persuading them. You are pleading with them. And the more you plead, the smaller you become in their eyes. Marcus Aurelius wrote that a man who needs no approval cannot be controlled by its absence. Silence here is not avoidance. It is the simple refusal to perform for an audience that was never going to be fair. The third reason reaction reveals exactly where your control ends. Watch what happens the instant someone successfully provokes a reaction from you. In that moment, they are no longer reacting to you. You are reacting to them. The power has quietly changed hands. Marcus Aurelius understood that true strength is not the absence of emotion, it is the refusal to let emotion dictate timing. This is not suppression. It is choosing your moment instead of letting someone else choose it for you. The fourth reason, and this one will feel uncomfortable at first. Silence makes people imagine the worst, and that imagination becomes their punishment. When you stop defending yourself, stop justifying your choices, stop chasing clarity with people who don't deserve it, something strange happens. The accuser is left alone with their own accusation, with no fight to keep their anger fed. Marcus Aurelius described this as the cost of unchecked resentment. It consumes the resentful long before it touches the person they resent. You are not punishing them by staying silent. You are simply no longer feeding something that was never about the truth. The fifth reason: silence forces people to face themselves instead of you. Without your reaction to absorb the impact, every accusation, every provocation, every manufactured conflict bounces back toward its source. Marcus Aurelius believed that the universe operates on a quiet justice, that what a person sends outward eventually returns to where it started. You do not have to deliver the consequence. You only have to stop standing in its way. All five of these reasons point to the same deeper law. Conflict feeds on participation. The moment you stop participating, stop explaining, stop reacting, stop performing for people determined to misunderstand you, the entire structure of the fight collapses. Because a fight requires two sides pulling. Marcus Aurelius did not win his wars by being unaffected. He won them by refusing to let his enemies dictate when and how he responded. Silence was never his weakness. It was the only weapon his enemies couldn't see coming. So apply this directly. First, stop explaining yourself to people who already decided not to listen. Second, notice the moment you feel the urge to defend yourself and pause there instead of speaking. Third, let accusations sit in silence and watch what that silence does to the person who made them. Fourth, choose your timing instead of reacting to theirs. The goal is not to become distant. The goal is to become unreadable to those who don't deserve to read you. Weak minds fight every battle they're invited to. Strong minds choose which battles are even worth acknowledging. Silence is not surrender. Silence is not weakness. Silence is the only response an enemy can never use against you. And the moment you stop needing the last word, you become impossible to defeat in any war that matters. If this reached something true in you, subscribe to Ancient Mindset. This channel exists for people who want to understand Stoic philosophy, dark psychology, self-control, the hidden mechanics of power, and the silent strategies that separate strong minds from everyone else. Marcus Aurelius did not write his private thoughts to be quoted. He wrote them to be lived. Understanding silence is not passivity. It is the deepest form of control you will ever hold.